Hey you guys, welcome back to DT Football. And sorry this is coming late. This is your Nigeria versus South Africa review. I just had to do it because I had to let my opinion known, to you guys because the Nigerian Super Eagles, it's been really disappointing for a national team like Super Eagles to not be at the next World Cup. The last time we qualified for the World Cup was in 2018. The last World Cup played in Russia. That was the last time Nigeria qualified. And not going into this next World Cup after the draw we played with South Africa yesterday. Almost 10 years. Not qualifying for the 2026 edition. Definitely. That's 10 years out of not going into the World Cup. That is shameful. I'm telling you, for a team like Super Eagles not to be at the World Cup. These days is just like watching Super Eagles is like getting your heart broken or something. You cannot even have confidence to win. And this is not about me blaming the players or something. This is not even about the players, because you cannot tell me that the caliber of players, the quality of players that are playing for the Super Eagles that are from Nigeria with the pool of talent we have in the country, both locally and internationally, you want to tell me you cannot get things working for them to achieve something? A team that got to the last African Cup of Nations final, that got to the final against Ivory Coast. You understand, obviously we lost to Ivory Coast in the final. They are the host country also. So you cannot tell me a team and group of players like that could do that kind of thing find it difficult, or they don't know how to find their way and to get qualification to the next World Cup. You understand? It's BS, I'm telling you. And to the game, the game, Croatia game for us, where we have a lot at stake, is not a game to joke with or to mess around with. But there are a lot of fundamental problems dealing with the Super Eagles or the national team combined. There are a lot of problems that the players might not be able to come out and talk about a lot of things. They are playing and they are representing their nation. Obviously, they will not want to come out and be spitting negative thought and all, but it is what it is. Everything comes from it stems from the organization, the people at the top controlling things, the people that make the appointments, the people in charge of the care of the players and all. There are a lot of things involved that I'm very sure is not right, because if it's right, I believe the team are supposed to be growing and not like downgrading even with the performance and how. Even though we have a lot at stake, we didn't perform what we are supposed to perform, and it's like our 2026 World Cup dream it's almost over already, because there is a point along the way. Obviously, Williams, Okong, or what's his name, considered an own goal. That gave South Africa the edge and the lead over us at first. From the start. That was not a good start, to start with an own goal in a match where we are supposed to win. If we had won that game, things would have been different and we'll be talking with a different energy right now. Obviously we got the equalizer. Even with the equalizer, that's not what we are looking for. We are supposed to lead. If we had scored the long goal, that's just long goal, and won 3-0 and came back home with the 3 points or something, it will have been different case entirely. Both teams were pressing for the winner at the end of towards the end of the game, but it's just nothing. And the managerial reaction, the reaction from our manager, I don't know. I believe we need something better. The Super Eagles are not being handled the way it's supposed to be handled. The type of coach we are supposed to be playing in some type of way with a tactical approach, the style. You can check the Spanish team, the German teams, the Italian teams. They have an identity of how they play. That even Morocco, Algeria, I can say all these countries, the African countries, they play with a tactical style. They have there is a way they are playing. It's not like they are just trying to come out with, okay, give it to this player, let Osimhen do something, let Boniface do something, oh, maybe Wobby can come. It's not like that. There is a particular style of play that is supposed to be in place if Super Eagles are going to move forward and get to the place where we are supposed to be. I'm telling you, because you cannot tell me all these players playing in top clubs in Europe now, they came back home, they don't know how to play anymore. I know the pitch are not good, so dry, and it's not good for the movement of the players and the movement of the game. I know this part of the things that I was talking about the organization and all the people that are in charge of these things. I don't think African football should still be in a place whereby we are still complaining about pitch. Like when you cannot even maintain the pitch to the top whatever, and we get financial support from FIFA and all every year, but still we are still struggling with fields, like with the pitch for official football matches that everyone around the world is watching. You understand? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, and it's really shameful that the players playing in top clubs in Europe and all coming back home to represent their nation. This is the kind of pitch they have to be playing. There is no way they can perform up to par. It's not possible. And right now Nigeria is third in the group. We're obviously behind South Africa and Benin, because Benin won their game against Lesotho. They trashed Lesotho, obviously. And this game, we getting a draw, it's a missed opportunity, because getting a 3 point against South Africa will have changed everything for us. And without Osimhen, and this part of the reason why I was talking about a tactical approach, that even without a certain player, we will be able to play our game. We will be able to play our football, because the players knows what they have to do and how to execute the game plan when they get on the pitch. You understand? When you have a star player, there is no way, especially African football, we all know it's physical and all. People are all eyes on your star players, the players you can use to get the 3 point over the other team, the player that can hurt your opponent. The opponent will be focused on such players, obviously. When a player is a top player, you understand, it's normal. So when you can't play without your top player or something, you are not going to move forward. I understand maybe the chances might not be there like that or something, or the execution, but at least there is a game plan of how the team wants to play and move forward. It's very important. And the home goal, it's like a defensive strain for us. The home goal, obviously, slow down the morale and everything. But according to some reports, our qualification is still alive, because it was reported that South Africa filled in an ineligible player for the qualifier. So that might cause a probably 3 point deduction for them. I don't know if that's going to be added back to the Super Eagles point or something. Let's see what's going to happen. So Nigeria might be lucky if the South Africa should get a 3 point deduction. That might open the group a little bit more. You understand? So it's just so sad that Nigeria we have to be depending on them getting point deduction. This is not really good on our mental fortitude, thinking, and psychologically. This is what you have to depend on. I don't think I'm satisfied or I'm encouraged with how some things are going to be Super Eagles, because this is not the kind of topics we are supposed to be discussing about Super Eagles. We are supposed to be getting ready for the next World Cup. But here we are trying to look up to God only, instead of doing our job on the field, So this is my thought on the Super Eagles, and I hope, we can only hope and pray right now, the point deduction, if it's going to happen or not. If not, probably the World Cup dream is over. So this is my thought about Nigeria and Super Eagles right now. If it's your first time, subscribe, smash the like button, and don't forget to comment about everything I discussed about the Nigerian national team, their position right now. So I'll see you on the next one. Peace and love.